Welcome to Leading Voices by GSF. My name is Antoni, Lacinai, keynote speaker, and today I have with me Victoria Holtz. Very welcome.
Thank you very much, Antoni. So happy to be here with you.
Or should I say bienvenido to you?
Also, yes. Thank you.
Tell us which association you represent.
Well, I represent the LATAM Speakers Association. And this covers all the way from Mexico to Colombia, Argentina, all the Spanish-speaking countries in America, and also Hispanics that live in the US, Canada, and everywhere in the world.
You have a large region to cover, for sure. Before we go into the association, Victoria, tell us about you. What is it that you are passionate about?
Well, I'm passionate about everything that has to do with business exponential growth, leveraging AI. I work with agility and mindsets. So this is what I do in my keynotes, but also what I do with companies, helping them become more agile, looking at places for exponential growth, and getting to fast return on people and return on investment.
I think we should have a good conversation after this recording because I want to know more about agile and agility myself. But let's go into the association then. If I recall, this is not one of the first ones. This is a pretty young one, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is pretty. It was one of the newbies in the block, but we've been here now for more than 4.5 years. So
well, it's not that new. You've been around.
But we've been here. You know what? It was very interesting because I've been trying to do the LATAM Speakers Association for a long time. I used to go to the National Speakers Association, or I still go to their events. They are wonderful. And Janelle Barlow, who I really love, she is the one that told me, you have to come to the NSA. And if you have to do something for Latin America. So she was always encouraging me to do the same thing as the NSA, but for Latin America. And, I considered it for a few years, and people would say, well, they already tried to do that. But in Latin America, speakers do not support each other. It hasn't worked. We have this idea that usually, and unfortunately, it's a commonplace that they say, we do not support each other like others do. They say, if you put people together in the US, in Europe, and they have to go through a wall or, up a wall, everybody will help each other. But here, whenever someone is going to go through the wall, they put him down. So I think that's a very stupid misconception of who we are in Latin America. And I did not like that this was the idea. But of course, because somebody had tried before and somebody had tried before that. And that's what they said. It doesn't work because we do not support each other. And then I said, no, this is not right. And this is going to be something that's going to work. And to be honest, Antoni, I tried for 2 years. It was very hard. It was difficult because, of course, speakers, as you know, we're all over the place. We're traveling all the time. We didn't have time. We didn't understand why we needed an association. Most of them didn't know about the National Speakers Association or the Global Speakers Federation. So it's very hard to tell them, why shall we have an association?
So what is it that you did then in order to make them understand, to join?
Yes. Well, there wasn't like a need. Why do I need to do this? Why would I need to be part of association? Why? I'm successful. I'm doing great. You are not a speaker bureau, so you're not going to get me a job. So why should I join an association? And I told them about the incredible benefits of being part of an association and being part of a global speakers federation. But it didn't resonate much until pandemic. And then we were all stranded. Yeah, we were all stranded. We were all at home. Nobody was taking planes. Nobody was doing. So that really helped because then I had the time to go one by one of the speakers I knew that were the most fantastic speakers in Latin America and tell them, hey, now that you're alone at home, isn't it great to have people that you can talk to and understand exactly what you're going through? So it was between therapy and and the opportunity to have them grounded that really helped to start the association.
So once they realized that they couldn't go anywhere, then they realized it would be nice to have some colleagues to talk to as well in this
Well, yes, and
situation.
also
Okay, so
again
that's
because
why they
we were not
joined
as
you. Okay.
busy traveling. I mean, it's not anything bad. It's just that everybody, all of us, were very busy traveling all over. It was hard to have the time, but then that helped to have the time to focus. And well, now it has been an incredible journey.
I'm guessing then, since this is the whole continent that we're talking about here, that you have quite a few virtual gatherings then. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes. Well, we started with the Mexican Speakers Association. But then what we started having is people from Argentina, from Colombia, from Ecuador, from Peru saying, hey, I want to be part of this, but this is a Mexican Speakers Association, and I am not Mexican. So then we had to go through a change and say, hey, can we be, is it okay if we become the Latin America speakers? And that was, thank God, it was approved. And now, yes, we
That
then
sounds
cover.
good. What is the best thing with your association, the LATAM Association?
Wow. Well, I think the best thing is the same thing in every association. Every association I get in touch with, either, the national speakers or the Canadian or the Swedish. By the way, I got a lot of help from the Swedish association as well. No, because I was very new, and they told me you should speak to the best associations in the world so they can give you tips and recommendations. And one of them was your association, so that was
This
fantastic.
is me blushing right now, so let's.
No, it was wonderful. I mean, we've got help from every association. Being part of this global community is absolutely amazing. The way we help each other, we give each other recommendations, the way we make each other shine instead of putting down or competition. No, we help each other, grow. And I think the best thing about the association now that is happening is also this way of camaraderie, of friendship, and of learning together. Definitely.
So, what is it that you're most proud of when it comes to your association now?
To be honest, Antoni, I'm so proud that this time it worked, because so many people told me it won't work. We tried it before. It has never been done. So I'm very happy that this time it worked. I'm very proud of the people that made it happen, that believed in the project since the beginning, because you cannot do it alone. This is an association. So there were people like Gaby Carrique, like Octavio, like Sandra Zuluaga, like Rafael, that believed in this from the beginning. And there we were, five crazy people trying to make this happen, and it suddenly became a movement.
I took some 30 private lessons with Mariluz from Colombia, and at one point or another, I need to go and visit you to see if I can brush up those five words I know. Okay, so what is it that you struggle with? Do you have any type of challenges in your association that you would like to share with us, the rest of us?
Well, I think all associations have the same challenges in terms of we have to provide value all the time to our associates, to make them see that being part of this association is worth it. And the challenges is also still with some people that still say, well, why should I be part of an association? Why, if you're not going to get me a job, if you're not going to hire me, if you're not going to make my name. So we still have a little bit of a struggle sometimes, but I think the more that we grow and the more people come to us and see the incredible speakers that come to speak for us, for the association, the more they see the value. But it's still a struggle sometimes. And I do believe now the Global Speakers Federation is doing an amazing job in helping associations all over the world, in getting the word out, why this is so important for us as speakers.
But you're right, we have a long way to go still, for sure. I can tell you in our, in Sweden, we have some, we have some concerns. We talk about that. Why isn't that star part of us? Why don't they want to join us? Why are they a lone wolf and so on? And And then one of our colleagues said, you know what, why are we focusing on the ones who don't want this instead of focusing on the one who actually understands the benefit of it? So it's a mindset shift for us, at least it was. So now we kind of, there are some fantastic values of being here. If you don't want to, it's up to you. So but I do get it. It kind of feels like, you don't want to be our friend? What's going on here?
Well,
so what do you see in your crystal ball, Victoria? What is it that you see in the future for your association?
Well, I really would love to have an association, that keeps on growing and growing in terms of the benefit that it brings to everybody that is part of that association. We've seen people grow so much, and and growing together is such a wonderful feeling. So I would love for the LATAM Speakers Association to become as big as it should, considering again all the great speakers that we have in Latin America and as Hispanics. But also, in the future, I would love the Global Speakers Federation to be something every speaker has heard about, wants to become part of, and to become part of, they have to become part of their regional or local associations. So that would be fantastic. And of course, I would love to have chapters in every single country. Now we have chapters in Colombia, in Chile, and hopefully we will have, bigger chapters in different countries. So this really becomes a magnet for speakers that want to grow their career.
Is there anything concrete that you think that the Global Speakers Federation can do to serve you even more?
Well, I do believe what it is doing now is great. I mean, the more we are out there, the more people hear about the Global Speakers Federation and the incredible benefits of being part of that. I think that will help us all in our own regions. Because then when you say, for example, and I used to say that in our meetings in the Global Speakers Federation, when you talk about the International Coaching Federation, everybody knows what that is, and everybody wants to, be certified by or have something to do with. So that would be great to have something that is the Global Speakers Federation. Oh, yes, I understand. Oh, I definitely have to be part of your association because I do want to be part of this incredible global community.
Yeah, you know what? That would be awesome. As you say, ICF, International Coaching Federation, they have succeeded. They've been perhaps, I don't know if they've been around longer. I think they have. And if you know, it's kind of the same here. If you should know, you should know. For the rest of the world, it doesn't matter. But if you're a speaker, you should know. I agree on that
Absolutely.
one.
Yes.
Muchas gracias, Victoria. I think this was a really fun conversation. I could go on forever, but it's about time to wrap up. Anything else you want to add that I forgot to ask you?
Thank you, Antoni. This has been great, and I completely love this initiative. I'm really grateful for it, and I think it's going to help, associations and speakers everywhere. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you. And for you who watches this, more to come. Thank you.